Hi everyone, welcome back to Muffin Matter. If you're new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and let's get right into this. So if you're new here, the basic framework of what I usually do is I talk about the plot, the characters, my likes and my dislikes, theory time, a segment called theory time, a rating, I give it a rating, and then my final thoughts. So for today, I thought we would do Kiss Bet. Funny thing about Kiss Bet, I've actually been avoiding talking about this, and I don't know why. I've done the work. I've did this for months now. For months, I've done it. I don't know why I've been dragging my feet, but anytime I would think, maybe it's time to finally do the video on it, I'd be like, nah. I'd purposefully go and like read another webtoon just so I can do another review or churn out another video. It's crazy. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So, oh shit. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about. So the plot. Let's just say the plot is about this girl who has never been kissed in her entire life, her whole 18 years of life, never been kissed. And you know she's about to graduate and everything soon, and everything just turned into her head when she's there to kiss someone, and then it didn't turn out how they wanted it to turn out, and the guy ended up going up to school and she has a crush on the brother, and then the other one. It's just the whole thing. It's just a whole mess. It's just a whole mess. They're in school. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Characters. Do I remember any of the characters? That's the question. There's a little orange haired girl, the main character. She's sweet. She seems really sweet. She doesn't like mathematics. Seems like a very caring friend. There's the blonde boy. I think his name is Oliver. With the glasses. He seems very pretentious. I guess he's like a gruff kind of guy. Like, you know those guys who, you know, that they don't wear their heart on their sleeves. They don't seem nice, but on the underline can be really nice. Who else was the best friend, best guy friend? He's okay too. He's the kind of guy who masks his emotions with like jokes and shit, which gets really annoying. And who else? I honestly I can't think of anyone else right now. There's also the other guy, but I feel like he's more of a side character. By the other guy, I mean Oliver's brother. Yeah, so I'll just disregard everybody else. When I look up their names, I'll put their names next to what they are right now. But for now, it's orange haired girl, best guy friend, and Oliver. For now. Okay, so let's go into my likes and dislikes. Number one, the art is okay. The art is good. The art is passable. I enjoyed it. It's very nice, very clean, very it's okay. And mixed use of like primary colors. I think their school uniform is blue and white, so you see a lot of that, and then their hair colors too also comes through. So yeah. Next one. The way Oliver, I think his name is Oliver. I really hope so. But guy with glasses and blonde hair, yellow hair. He had a very good reaction to being asked to be kissed by a complete stranger. So what happened was that the girl was dared by her guy best friend to go and kiss this complete stranger, and then he woke up right as she was about to lean into, which was very messed up by the way. And then when he woke up, she was like, hey, can I kiss you? And he was like, no. He was like, no. In a very different way to that. What I did was very like gentle. His was a very like freaked out reaction, which I completely understood and I completely got. Next one, Lulu character. The character of Lulu, she's amazing. She's the only one that I stand here, the only one that I like here. Everyone else can go home. She was the psychic one that's coming up with what would happen to this our main character girl, and you know the prophecy of how it's going to go on. And yeah, she's just very crazy, and I very much like her, and I like how they built her up. I like how they built her up to be like some kind of mean girl, in the sense that the way the orange girl was talking about her, orange hair girl was talking about her, like, oh, we used to be really close, but something about her, she just changed, you know. And the readers were like, oh wow, she must be mean now, like some mean popular girl. That's just the way it goes, you know, these stories. But no, she's just low-key crazy. She's just low-key she's like the school psychic coming up with all these other things. Yeah, and we love to see it. Next one. I think the funniest moment was when the orange haired girl was trying to convince the yellow haired guy to to stay being her tutor. She was like, oh my gosh, no, I actually really love math. She was just trying to convince him, like, no, I love math. I actually love math. And could feel that because I hate math. I really, really hate math. So the way she was trying to just implore him, like, please stay, please stay. I completely felt that. Next one. That one scene where they were trapped in an elevator, Oliver and the orange haired girl, and she got them out and she was rushing because she had a test, and she was like, wish me luck, and he said good luck, but like we don't get to see his face when he said good luck. And something about that, I just like that whole scene. I don't know what it was about it, but I just completely like that scene. Next one is that they kind of draw stars to indicate when someone likes the other, and something about it, I just kind of like it. I kind of like it. Next one, because it's just kind of cute. It's just Next thing is that I saw the twist coming. There's a huge twist that happens in the end, and I saw it coming. I knew it was gonna come, but I may have squealed, or mayhaps I squealed, mayhaps I threw my phone down, mayhaps I had a violent reaction to it, even though I knew it was coming. So take that with what you will. I don't know. Okay, so the second, I'm going to look really, really fucking orange in this entire video. Oh my gosh. So that's my like section done. It's time for my dislike section. Second one, kissing a guy for money, like without the guy's consent, like that in its whole self. I was looking at the orange haired girl like, wow, so this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. This is what they're sending you to school to be doing. This is fine. Second one, this whole shtick about, oh, I haven't kissed a guy since I was 8, since in my whole 18 years, and I'm always 18. I don't know, I was just like, it shouldn't be that much of a big deal, I mean, I get it. I get why she felt it was a big deal, but also like, it's not really that much of a big deal. I don't know. Next one, the guy who lives near her plot, like, the guy who, the guy who doesn't like her initially, and then the guy who's going to end up being a love interest, and then ends up living next to her. Like, I was like, that's so cliche. It's just so cliche. Not that being cliche is a bad thing. It just reminded me of Edith's plot, and that's not to say they're copying each other, one is copying the other. I'm just saying it to say like, oh, you see what I mean? Like, this is it's a thing that is done. You know what I mean? It's a very cliche thing. It's just a very cliche thing. Same with the whole thing about him being her tutor as well. Like, again. So yeah, I also put it here in my notes, like him being a tutor as well. It's just really, it's kind of cliche. It reminds me of True Beauty. Like, again, they're not copying each other. I'm just telling you how the trend is, that when something is common, it just shows its way in a lot of like media and shit. It's just like coincidences upon coincidences, you know what I mean? But like, as well, the same point is that they do add to the tension of it, so we can allow it in some way. We can actually allow it. Okay, so next thing that I put here in my notes, don't fucking tell me the friend likes her or I'll scream. I put here in my notes as, the thing was going, just like my consciousness, and it happened. The guy best friend likes her, and I was just like, oh my god. I was just like, oh my god, how and why is it happening? The guy never liked her before. She used to like him before. The guy didn't like her before, and then now it's turning out that whole thing is just it's a mess. Next one, I put here I hope we're not meant to like this Oliver guy, because the way he keeps snapping his fingers, I was feeling secondhand disrespect. Like, don't do that shit. She's not a dog. I think he was trying to get her attention, and he just kept snapping his hands in her face, and I think that's one of the most disrespectful things ever. Like, why are you doing that? Why you do that? Just call my name or tap my shoulder. Don't do that shit. Next one. His music taste, this Oliver guy, his music tastes, like, don't make me read it to filth. Don't make me do that. Like, I just hope he's not pretentious. That's why I put here. I just hope he's not pretentious. Next one. Don't tell me they're going to bond from music. I saw it coming. a lot of things, like I said, it's a cliche thing. A cliche is not that bad, but it just makes it predictable. Cliche is not bad, it's just predictable. You know what I mean? I put here, don't tell me they're gonna born from music, because as soon as I heard this guy likes Guns N' Roses, my mind immediately went to the dad, immediately went to her dad, because I was like, the dad also liked that kind of music, and I was like, oh shit, no. Next thing is that don't they have the same homework? By that I mean her and her friend, her guy best friend, because they had a tension, a kind of disagreement over the fact that she was supposed to do his homework for him, and I was like, I mean, aren't you guys in the same class? Because they're in the same class. I'm thinking, okay, if you got to do your own homework, why didn't you get to do your friend's homework? Because it's the same homework. That was just my own thing, because if you're in the same class, you're probably getting the same homework, unless you guys are being divided like by grade and by skill, because that could happen. I don't know. Next thing is that his age, I mean Oliver's age. Number one, I put here number one, a junior is tutoring you. Like, that's not a bad thing. Like, age doesn't mean anything about your skill set, doesn't mean anything about your skill set or your brain capacity or your knowledge or anything. How good you are at a subject doesn't mean anything, but it just felt really, I just felt secondhand disrespect at the fact that this guy was so rude and he's your junior, and it's like, no, not for me. Next one, I put here, I don't like anyone here except for Lulu. Like I said, Lulu's the only one I stand here. Everyone else can go jump inside the well. I was getting so frustrated as I was reading it. I was like, I really don't like anyone here except for Lulu. Next one is that I know there's so many beats, there's so many story parts where I'm supposed to be like, oh, where I'm supposed to like be like cute and I'm supposed to ship this, but I just can't because I hate everyone. Like, don't get it twisted, I don't hate the romance genre, like, it's not my favorite, but I do like quite a few other genres that sprinkle in romance inside. I like that. I like relationships, but like, I just don't like it here. I don't like it here, but I do like some romance elements. I do like it. I do like some cliche tropes. Like I said, I like them. I don't have a problem with them. They can be really good, but it just means that they're predictable, and so all you do with that cliche, that can turn it around, you know. Next thing is I'm tired of Patrick. Patrick is the guy best friend. I'm tired of him using humor as a way to deflect. I'm tired. Like, at some point it was interesting. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing here. But at another point it's like, I'm annoyed. So I'll give that like a half dislike. I'll give it a half dislike. Second thing is that I had to come back to music points about, no, I don't understand what I put here as my thing. I don't understand. So Sarah's the name of the girl. I put it as a point here because the next point is, why do you talk out loud, Sarah? So Sarah's the name of the orange haired girl, and I'm wondering, like, why do you talk out loud? Because what happens is that she voices her thoughts, she voices them out loud, and it's like, why? No, don't be doing that shit. Don't be doing that. Next thing is that I just knew he's going to be like, oh my gosh, how do you know? Or, oh, you know, Guns N' Roses. I think it was Guns N' Roses. So what happened was that she was looking at what he was listening to. Sorry. Okay. She was looking at what he was listening to, and she was like, oh, you listen to Guns N' Roses? Or, oh, I like that song. And he was surprised. He was shocked. Like, you know Guns N' Roses? And I was here like, no, we don't know Guns N' Roses. Only one of the most mainstream acts out here. Only one of the most acclaimed musical acts out here. We don't know them. As if one of their songs wasn't in Shrek the Third. Like, you can't tell me like other people don't know Guns N' Roses. Like, I just you know, people who like to claim all these really underground artists, but they're not really underground, you know what I mean? It just shows, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, people will be claiming 21 Pilots as underground, people will be claiming, like, and it's like, but they're not though, of course we know them. Guns N' Roses was in freaking Shrek the Third. it was the only thing, that song was the only thing that made that whole mess of the movie bearable. So I'm like, I if my young self, my how old self that I was when Shrek the Third came out could know that song, don't worry about it. We know Guns N' Roses. Like, chill, chill. So that kind of wraps up my dislike section. Time to give it, I don't know. Oh, a theory. Let me do the theory. This theory time. I honestly. Okay, here's what I put here. I put the girl Sarah. Sarah wants to give her cousin any flack for liking the guy. I think the cousin will feel bad about liking the guy that she liked, but it won't be that deep. She'll be okay. The only tension that will be remaining left is going to be between Oliver and Patrick, the guy's best friend. And who is she going to end up with? I think it's going to be Oliver. Is it going to be Oliver? We'll see. We'll see. No, I need to place my bets now so I can like come back to it later. I'm going to say he's going to end up with Oliver. I'm going to say he's going to be Patrick for a hot minute. He's going to be Patrick for a hot minute, just because. But then again, she's going to graduate. But then again, she's going to graduate really soon, and Oliver's going to be in second year. I mean, be a senior when she leaves, because he's a junior currently. So that's another thing to consider. Is she going to date a guy while she graduates, goes off to wherever she's going to be going off to, while her boyfriend's still in high school? Like, that's another thing to keep in mind. So I don't know. Let's just put it here. Let's leave it there. So that's my theories. Rating, I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I don't think it deserves to be a 6, but I'm not sure it deserves to be a 7 either. So let's just say 6.5 out of 10. My final thoughts, I read it in one go. Before my bitching, I read it all in one go. Despite my claims, I can still fuck with the drama. And I mean, okay, you could blame my Wattpad roots, you could blame anything, but I do like tension. I like tension. It's cliche. The stuff that they're using to make the tension, it's cliche. The tools are cliche, but tension, at the end of the day, tension is tension, and I can still give it props for that. And yeah, I read it, like I said, I read it all in one go. And yeah, I will be watching out for season 2. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna go read the second one, because I am going to go read the second one once it comes out. We'll see when that happens. But yeah, so that's it. That's my video. Sorry it's so sunny. Go like and subscribe and comment whatever you want to comment. Be like, TT, I completely disagreed with what you said. Go fuck yourself. Or you can be like, hey TT, I completely agreed, you've been validating my points. And then go watch my other what's the things called, playlists, because I have quite a few out. I have Webtoon reviews, I have problematic faves, I have Webtoon recommendations, I have lists, I have character assassinations, the whole shebang. Go crazy, go to town. And yeah, okay, bye.